You're listening to the Josh and Friends podcast.
I couldn't let you leave today without bringing up the greatest story, in my opinion, that you've ever told about working at the Mariners, and that would be the famous Randy Johnson story. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Randy Johnson, how would you describe this guy?
He's a monster.
Yeah, he's tall and slender, but at the time, he had this big mullet, big, giant, scary mustache. He would not smile. He was very intimidating when he was on the mound.
Purpose. And he's 6'10".
He was crazy.
Right? He's not just tall. He was 6'10". He was the tallest pitcher to ever pitch.
One of the scariest fastballs ever in history. He would literally use that fastball and back people up, hit them. I mean, he was crazy. Right?
Super
scary.
And honestly, very intimidating all the time because he wanted to be in the game.
And later, just to paint a picture, he was that guy that had that famous video of where he throws that pitch and the bird flies in front of it and it just explodes with feathers and it instantly dies.
Yeah, so like I said, there were a bunch of weird sort of moments just being around there. I mean, I was there for thousands of games essentially. And so part of this comes with, this is kind of a Kingdom story as much as anything else because the Kingdom was ill-suited for every purpose that they were using it for. And one of the things that they did is, so we had this little satellite office for our little crew, the Domers, and it was inside locker room B, which the Seahawks used as a visiting locker room when they were there.
Okay.
So the Mariners had their clubhouse. Then there's this locker room B that was kind of right behind home plate. So you were one door from walking out behind home plate.
Okay.
And we were in a little satellite office inside this thing, and they would have all kinds of stuff. There would be a green room there for most of the time, national anthem singers and whatever else. It would be kind of our staging area for different stuff. And then on Sundays, they would put up those curtains, just the pipe curtains, and they'd make it a chapel for players to come in because, obviously they're traveling, doing whatever.
Right.
They need to, have a chapel. So we're in there, and chapel's going on outside of our little office. And I see that the door's kind of cracked open. We're just in there, just having fun, being loud.
Sure.
Nothing particular, just kind of being loud. And it becomes sort of like I realize it. I realize, oh, hey, we're being kind of loud. I better close this door. And I go to grab it. And I've only got 2 or 3 inches to go, to shut it. And I start shutting it. And you know how things happen sometimes before your brain can process them? I go to pull it, and there's a little resistance, right after I start. And then it just gets ripped out of my head, just ripped. And your brain's like, what the hell is going on? And I look up, and Randy Johnson, 6'10", just leans in over the top of me and goes, "You guys want to shut the fuck up in here? We're trying to have fucking church." And slams the door and it just rattles 2 inches from my face. And I'm like,
did you piss yourself?
I mean, I swear to God, it's just one of those, because it all happens so fast. You don't have time to process. Oh, it's Randy Johnson yelling at me, and they're having church. It's doorknob was.
And the way he says it's so classic. It's just
especially
great.
Clearly, Let me be peaceful for you guys to have fucking church. But it was one of those moments where it just happened so fast, and all I remember is just going, "Oh fuck!"
That's so great, dude. I just love that story.
Randy Johnson could not have been better today.
This is just indescribable.